everybody, today we have beautiful Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 11. It's an Intel Core i7 13th gen processor. Let's take it apart, let's see what we can fix, replace or upgrade. Start with bottom screws. Now we have to separate the bottom case from the palmrest, so find a gap where you can put the tool in between and disconnect the clips. Use only plastic tool, otherwise you can scratch the other parts. Yeah, and it's easy to take it off. Here we have the part number. So now we can access all the internal components. So start with taking out the battery. This way you will disconnect it. So unscrew all the screws around the battery. So now let's take out the battery. So if the battery doesn't hold a charge or it's swollen, you can replace it. Here we have the model number for the battery. Now let's check under that cover. That should be our storage. So if your laptop doesn't boot and tells you there is no boot device, or you would like to upgrade storage to the bigger one, take off this cover. And now we can take out the SSD drive. So just slide it out. That's the NVMe SSD drive. You can replace it or upgrade it. Now let's check our heatsink. So sometimes when the laptop overheats, you would like to replace the cooling paste between the heatsink and the chip. So that's how you can do it. Now we can take out the heatsink. Heatsink is connected to the fan, so disconnect it from the motherboard. And this is how you can take it out. Be gentle, don't bend the heatsink. It won't work if you bend it. Same with the fans. If they don't work, they don't spin, or they making grinding noise, that's how you can replace it. And here we have the part number. Right, now we can see here, that's our Wi-Fi card. No, that's our Wi-Fi card. Unfortunately, it's soldered to the motherboard, so if it doesn't work, you can't replace it. And that's our cellular network connection. This one is not soldered, so if it doesn't work, you can replace it or upgrade it. So take out this one screw on the top. And now we can take out the card. Here we have the brand and the model number. Now let's check our speakers. Very often, if the sound is bad, you would like to replace your speakers. So just unscrew these two screws for the speaker. And now gently disconnect the cable from the motherboard. No. Speakers are connected as a pair, so now follow the cable and unscrew the other speaker. And this is how you can replace them. Here we have the part number. Now we are pulling out the motherboard. So disconnect all the remaining connectors and take out all the screws. Disconnect the video cables, flip this retaining clip, and now you can pull out the cable. Same on the opposite side. Alright. Now let's disconnect the other connectors. I will keep the series battery with the motherboard. So now let's take out, oh, there's one more connector here. Okay, now let's take out all the remaining screws. Here's our audio jack for the headphones. So if that port doesn't work, you can replace just that port. And now we can pull out the motherboard. Oh, watch out for this bank. Okay. That's a SIM card tray for our cellular network. Okay, so that's the motherboard. Here we have the processor. Processor is soldered on the motherboard, so if it doesn't work, you have to replace the whole board. Alright. So now let's disconnect our screen assembly from the Palmrest keyboard assembly. So unscrew the hinge screws. Now gently unfold hinges. And now we should be able to take out the Palmrest keyboard touchpad assembly. So now let's check our touchpad. Sometimes when the touchpad doesn't work, you would like to replace it. So let's take out these screws here. There should be another screw here. Now disconnect the ribbon cable. So there are two more screws on the bottom. They are hidden under that touchpad ribbon, so you have to take this out, and now we can take out the touchpad. As for the keyboard, if you take out all these tiny screws, you can replace just the keyboard. But usually it's sold with the Palmrest, like that, the Palmrest keyboard assembly. If you need parts, check gotlaptopparts.com. And now that's our screen. Screen is very thin and fragile, usually sold in one piece, so check gatlaptopparts.com or eBay. Here we have the part numbers on those cables, so look for the same part number like your old screen. Yeah, if you try to pull out just the LCD, you are risking cracking the LCD. Alright, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.